What's poppin', guys? You've got the Eric Elder and we are back on MTGO for a new draft. This pack, there's not much time left, but I think it's clearly Lightning Axe the pick, just the best card of the pack, so sorry that I hadn't much more to say, but I went kinda late into the recording basically. Either way, it's not too hard. I think Lightning Axe was by far the best card. Feel free to just come back and pause the video if it was too short to just see what was in the booster. Either way, that pack is also pretty simple, I think, regarding the pick, because Pack Guardian is just, again, by far the best card, so not too hard. I mean, I've been drafting plenty of green deck, but I don't think I've uploaded a green-red deck so far, so it could be interesting. And either way, there's nothing I can justify picking over over Pack Guardian here. I guess the only very extreme choice you could make would be to pick Traben Inspector, because that card is great, and you could argue that White-Red are, really beat down with a very cheap curve. It's one of the best deck of the set. I think I could see people doing that, but I think it's still wrong. I mean, Pack Guardian is just amazing. There's no real reason not to pick that here. Mad Prophet is probably the best card of the pack here. Goes pretty well with Lightning Axe, not because they combo together, but because they are good in the same kind of deck and with the same kind of card. The Madness card, so basically any Blood Mad Vampire or better stuff like Fiery Temper be great addition to the deck when you have a few Madness Enabler. So yeah, if I could wield the Vampire or the Mage, maybe that'd be great. And yeah, pretty easy Mad Prophet. So far this draft is pretty... I mean, it is just really simple and straightforward. I think you could ask, any decent player that has played quite a lot of this set would have made the exact same 3 pick as I did here. I think there's just nothing really spectacular or controversial. It's just some very easy thing to, you know, those were just the best card of the pack, so it's pretty easy so far. Now we have something slightly more interesting, I guess, because this pack is actually pretty bad. Pack Guardian is good enough that I kind of want to stay into green if possible. Otherwise I could take the Geist, which I think is one of the better options, though it's pretty unexciting. I might just take Wicker Witch to stay into red or green so far, but that pack is like really bad. I could see picking Press for Answer and maybe go into red-blue if green ends up not being open, but I think Wicker Witch is the best option. As here, well, it's starting to be more interesting, I think. Alright. That's a somehow... No, it's not really a late Bloodsworn. That card is not amazing, but it's certainly solid in, black-red Vampire. Madness. That being said, I think I should just take Whisper, which lets me stay in red-green for now. Works very well with Axe and Prophet. It's great with Axe. I've done the combo a few times. You just need 5 mana. You can, kill their creature, steal another one, and block another one. It's very sweet interaction. It's pretty great with Mad Prophet. Quite good in general. And I think, I think it's just a better pick than Bloodsworn at this point. And it might just be a better card in general, no matter what you are trying to accomplish. I might just pick Sleep Paralysis there. I mean, we've seen a pick 2 Pack Guardian, but after that, green completely dried out. I've seen absolutely no interesting green card. Sleep Paralysis is just the best card here, so I'm just gonna go with that. I mean, yeah. I'd be happy to say in green because Pack Guardian is amazing, but if green is not open, I'll do something else, whatever. Might just pick Catalog here. That's a pretty late Shepherd, but I don't think I want to go into white, since I have a blue and a green card that are both better than the Shepherd, I think. Provisioner is kind of mediocre. I don't think it's... Well, it's better than Catalog, I guess, so there is that. I could just take Dual Shot, which is a very main deckable card that has impressed me quite a lot. Kills a lot of things in this set. I guess if I end up blue and I want a Catalog, I should get one, so I might as well take Dual Shot, because I'm pretty sure I'm red, and everything else is not so clear. Alright, the best card of the pack is Mangler, so I think I'll take that, and maybe green just doesn't seem open. I mean, we should get a decent amount of green next pack, because we did not pass any green at all, but, Yeah, green doesn't seem very open. Alright, Wolf is a fine addition to my deck. I guess Nibilis is gonna be good if I end up blue. Yeah, that's fine. J Scrutiny is playable, 2 in blue. Yeah, the only issue here is that I feel that I'm gonna get a lot of green next pack, and that it's gonna make me wanna go into green and leave the blue, especially since blue is much weaker than green in this set. And then pack 3 I'm gonna get wrecked because I will not get match green. I guess if I get a decent amount of red card it's fine, but yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Definitely have some solid cards in blue though. I mean, Scrutiny is fine, but probably worse than the other things. And blue-red tempo madness is not bad at all, so we might get there. I mean, it'd be nice to play something different than green. I mean, when you get past a Pack Guardian, you pretty much want to go quite deep into green, but yeah. I don't exactly remember what was in the pack, but I think the rare was missing, right? Am I correct? Because Pack Guardian is probably one of the best uncommon of the set, so I don't think there are many. I don't think there's any common you should pick over that. Even Fire Temper, which is great, you should not pick it over Pack Guardian, I think. So yeah, they probably took a rare, but I cannot remember if there was a rare left. I don't think so. So they probably took a rare, maybe a green rare. I don't really know, or green mythic. I guess we will never really know. Either way, Kindred be a fine addition to the deck, even if I don't end up blue, but I think Fire Temper is just much better. That card is amazing with Lightning Axe, obviously great with Mad Prophet, so fairly easy pick. There's another Sleep Paralysis, and there's not much green either, so I mean there's a Duelist too. At this point I think I'm gonna cut the green. I mean, yeah, the green. Duelist is great. Might just pick Sleep Paralysis though. My deck doesn't look extremely aggressive so far. I do have some tempo creature. I'm liking 2-drop though. I think I'll go with... I guess Duelist lets me maybe go into green. Duelist is just great. I mean, in general, if this was the first time I was drafting the set, I would clearly take Sleep Paralysis, but this card has proven to be so good to me that I think I will still take Paralysis though. Alright, another Mangler. I think I don't mind picking that. Broken Concentration is kinda good with Mad Prophet, but you know, it's still pretty mediocre. Bound, probably one of the best uncommon of the set, but I will not really go into white for that. And Dread Knight is solid, but again, yeah, no reason not to pick the Mangler here. So at least we are up to something slightly different than last draft, where I was mostly playing green-white beatdown or green-black beatdown. Rise could almost be sweet. I don't know. Most of my, I mean, a decent amount of my removals are, you know, enchantments, so maybe not the real Rise deck. That being said, Bloodseeker is just great with Whisper, Fiery Temper, and any further Madness card that I could get. Just a great 2-drop. And I need 2-drop. I mean, Wolf be fine, but I need 2-drop more than anything else, and this is just a better card than Wolf. If I will that, I might end up playing this. I don't really know. I guess we'll see. Ooh, that's pretty interesting. This pack is quite good. There's Unmaking, which is great if you can cast it. The drawback is real though. 3 life is quite a lot. I think the pick is between Fiend and Just a Wind. Well, Just a Wind is pretty good with a decent amount of things I have, especially Lightning Axe. I kinda want to pick the Fiend though. Having some early 2-drop, aggressive 2-drop is good. Maybe I'll just take Just a Wind though. That thing works so well with Lightning Axe. Bloodseeker to some extent, Mad Prophet, yeah. Alright, and it's also better if I end up in some sort of Rise from the Tide deck. Homunculus is rather unexciting, but it's a decent 2-drop. I mean, decentish, not so great, but playable. I think it's definitely better than Screeb. I will not try to mill my opponent. Spirit, I think, is a fine addition, probably better than Killer, especially when I do have a decent amount of 3-drop already. Probably more than enough. I might not play the Witch because I'm not really into the Delirium thing, but for a 3-drop creature is decent, so I think Spirit is slightly better here. Alright, Homunculus still not so exciting, but you know, it's a 2-drop that I can play, so there is that. Ooh, I think I like Kindred more than another Homunculus. Like, even if you don't have the green, 3 to trample for 3 is pretty decent. That card is quite great with Uncaged Fury, so +1/+1 double strike trick. Can unload a lot of damage that they cannot really prevent. And Homunculus is just quite weak, and I will probably not play all 3 of them. Chasm is kinda fine. I don't think I really want that. I think I have enough removal that I don't really need that to kind of win. Lamplighter is pretty unexciting. I do have 2 Manglers. It's kinda good with just the win if you have 6 mana. Or I could take the Stream in case I were to splash for, I don't know. I think there are some decent green cards to splash for. Ongoing Investigation could be something. Altered Ego, I think it's decent. I don't think I like the Scab too much. J Scrutiny could be fine. Ooh, another wolf. This card can be kinda clunky, and I don't have that many other wolves. And a bunch of 3-drops, so maybe I want the Landscape in case I want to splash for something. I think it's slightly better option most of the time. Distortion is not bad. I mean, I will not main deck that obviously, but it's nice addition to the sideboard. And now the curve looks pretty decent. Synergies are fine. I could use some better 2-drop creatures, but yeah, I mean, obviously blue is not great in this set, but this deck doesn't look bad to me. Alright, use is great. I mean, when you can curve out Bloodseeker into use, that's just amazing. Works very well with Mad Prophet too. It's just quite a great Madness card. Awesome on turn 4 with Lightning Axe too. The only other option would be Epiphany, I think, which is fine. Not the only other option. I think Sanguinary Mage looks pretty good in this deck, and I think I would pick it over Second Spirit, but use just looks perfect for what I'm trying to accomplish, so fairly easy pick there. And yeah, that looks kind of decent. I mean, I haven't played a ton of blue because it's pretty weak, but this looks to be a fairly decent blue-red deck. Scholar is great, another looter is very good. I do have 1, 2, 3, 4 madness cards so far. So yeah, any kind of looter is gonna be pretty good, and I could get a bit more madness. If I could wheel that vampire, that'd be great. Duelist be also amazing, but I don't think it's wheeling. So yeah, Scholar is fine addition to the deck. I'm not enough into the Madness team that I think I want the Axe. I might just pick Reduce to Ashes, which is kinda mediocre, but I think still better than the Corpse Troller. Which I guess I could add a Swamp, but it's still fairly weak card. I don't like that too much. Unless I'm black, obviously. Yeah, I think Reduce is a fine addition. Not so exciting, but fine. Alright, Blood Mad Vampire is another 3-drop, which is not the best, but given the amount of Madness enabler that I do have, I think it's a very decent option. Probably better than Harvest Hand in this deck. I mean, most of the time the hand is just better, but looking at what I have, this looks just better. Alright, well, it comes to the point where Neonate could be good. Neonate is great with Whisper. Kinda decent with Fiery Temper. Pretty good with Youth. Kinda good with Blood Mad Vampire. And yeah, I think once you have more than 5 or 6 Madness cards, this is starting to look pretty decent. So, I mean, I don't like this kind of card, but I think here it doesn't look too bad. Ooh, quite interesting. So I do have 2 zombie for the deterrence. I might just pick that. That card is just great, and you can bounce anything. I mean, Arsonist and Hound be fine addition. I think I would pick the Hound. I do have a decent amount of non-creature spells. I think both are better option than Observer, but I think Deterrence is just a better card for me here. Ooh, alright. There's another Kindred, but I have a bunch of 3-drop. Don't think I want Homunculus. There's a Rush of Adrenaline though, which is pretty good. I'm rather aggressive. I mean, my curve is not high. I have a Threaten effect, some chip removal, some haste creatures. So maybe I want that to push over more damage. Kindred is solid though. But it's starting to be a lot of 3-drop. I guess I could cut a whole Howlpack Wolf, which is just worse than Kindred. Kindred is like really good, I think. Ooh, another Whisper. I think I might want to play 2 because I have enough Mana's enabler that it's not just a threaten effect, so might want that. Gone Missing could be an option. I will probably not play it, but it's playable. Vampire kinda fine, even though I have a bunch of 3-drop. Snapper could be an option. Probably don't want Ghostly Wing, though it's fine. I will probably not play 2 Scrutiny. Yeah, I could use 1 more 2-drop, that's for sure. Even 2 more 2-drop be good, but I did not really get there. Don't need those land. Scab is, I think, not great in this deck. So I guess at this point I'm probably cutting the Wolf and something else. Maybe the second Whisper. You don't really want to be stuck with too many of these in hand, but they can be really good. Deck looks sweet and interesting, so I definitely like that. I do have 2 Looter, a fairly low curve with a bunch of 3. I don't think I can afford to play 16 land though, especially since with the Looter I have less chances to flood out, so I think I should just make sure I hit my land drops. I should cut a 3-drop probably. Not sure which one. Don't really want to cut a creature because I think 15 is like just good. Don't really want to go under that amount of creatures. Maybe I should just cut a Whisper. I mean, I have 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, I have 4 Madness Enabler at instant speed that doesn't cost any mana, so Whisper looks quite solid. I don't know. Not sure what I should cut. Probably not one of my 5-drop. Yeah, there is Whisper. I think 2 might be too much. Maybe I should just cut a Vampire. I mean, they are fine, but maybe Nibilis is actually not so great. It's fine though, it's decent beater, and I need some creatures. I guess you can count that as a 1-drop kind of, because I will also almost never cast that for 3, hopefully. Neonate is fairly weak in most decks, but I think it's pretty good in this deck. I think Blood Mad Vampire, given the 2 Looters and the things I have, looks like really like a solid creature. Don't really want to cut a creature again. Not so easy. Maybe 2 Whisper is too much, because it's gonna be really clunky if I do 2 of these without match going on. It's so good with the Looters though. Jeez. My mana base is probably gonna be fairly even. Probably I have a bit more red because of if I cannot madness out the Temper and the use, and also because I might want to cast Lightning Axe alongside another red card. So it's probably gonna be 9-8. No. Yeah, 9-8. Maybe I can afford to play 16 land. Don't think it's right to do that though. Missing land drop is not gonna be good, and I just have 2 good ways to get rid of extra lands, so Mangler is great. I mean, I have a bunch of 3-drop, but all of them looks like really solid. Maybe I should just cut a Kindred. Or maybe just a vampire, actually. I mean, those madness cards are so good with the looters, though. And I don't really want to play one less creature. Ah. Maybe it's reduced to ashes. Which is kind of clunky, pretty costly, and I do have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 other way to deal with things on the board. I guess 8 if you count the Whisper as removal. Yeah, it might be right to cut that. Alright, I think I'll go with that. And the deck looks pretty fun and quite interesting. So I hope you enjoyed watching this draft. If you did, feel free to leave a like, subscribe, or even leave a comment. That's great. If you have any, any thought on what I should have done, on what is the last card I should cut, or stuff like that, let me know. And I see you guys in a few seconds for round 1. Thank you for watching.